Okay. Make sure Bob gets one.
Oh, sorry, I should have come up.
Okay, it is Thursday, July 17th. It is the Halliwell Multi-Generational Building Committee call to order. First item on the agenda is roll call. Mr. Savini.
Here.
Mr. Punchak.
Here.
Mrs. Tebow.
Here.
Mrs. Paulus. Mr. Mayo.
Here.
And I'm here. Next item on the agenda, public comment.
No.
Anything tonight? Okay, just asking. Feel free to pipe up whenever you want to. Agenda item number 3 for discussion, consideration, and action, meeting minutes from our July 1st meeting. So give folks a minute to review those. And if all is good, then I would look for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Ooh, multiple seconds. All in favor? Aye. All right. Next item up on the agenda for discussion, consideration, and action, update from BH+A. So I'll turn that over to you, Jeremy.
Okay, thank you. So the bulk of what our presentation today is going to be the interiors. I'm going to have Adriana from our office take care of that. She's new to the project, new to the office. I think she's been here about a month or so. But she'll take you through that. She's had a lot of experience with these kind of things. First, I'll give you a quick update about where we are with documents and everything else, permitting. And we can go to the next slide. Yeah, so this is our overall schedule. You just got the 2 arrows there showing where we are currently. Our DD drawing set is going to be completed tomorrow. And it's going to go to our cost estimator. So we'll have a cost estimate within a month, updated cost estimate. And then we'll have another meeting to review that once it's out. I think we have that on the schedule as well. But, you know, once we get that in our hands, we can figure out the exact date to go over that. And I've been talking with PAR. They have their permitting set, the RIDM set, just about ready to go. They had the test bits dug Tuesday, I believe. They're waiting to get that just to make sure that they were all set and there are no surprises. So that's going to go out early next week. And they are also going to work on the town planning board permit for that as well, site review board. Mm-hmm. And then we'll go from there after that. So I'm going to turn it over to Adriana now, and she'll take you through the interiors. You have the presentation in front of you, and then after she's done, we'll go look at the samples in the back table. Great. Okay. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adriana Ramaciotti. I just joined BH+A a month ago, and I had the opportunity to learn about your project and your expectations, your expansion, and I became very interested and excited about putting together a presentation for you. And we have some physical samples on the table that you're more than welcome to come and interrupt me in any moment if you would like while I present. So we have the overall plan. And this is to orient you. We are going to have room by room. We are going to be exploring the finishes and the design intent on each room. Oh, thank you. Thank you. This is an overall where we can see the main entrance and all the areas. Next slide, please. Here, we are presenting the main, the design intent here is when you enter the building, you have this opportunity to interact, to sit down, to go to the reception desk, to ask for information, to sit down and look at the program during the day. So the idea was to hold people together with a special flooring, a special ceiling, special lighting, and no hurry, and people can communicate and interact. And from there, you can expand throughout the building, wherever you would like to go. You would like to do the yoga exercises. Would you like to go to the multipurpose room? So there are some options to bring you in. We are proposing a solid wood cove lighting around that ceiling. And as you can see through the section, there is this scale where people are sitting down, but also cozy, so that ceiling goes down a little bit on you, creating this gathering and cozy space. Next slide, please. Here are a little more in detail what materials you are thinking for this cafe lounge, and also the countertops and the, you can't see really the colors here, but we will walk you through the physical materials. There is a nice granite for the reception desk, and then we have accent wall and LVT flooring throughout this. It's all the same level flooring finish. And next slide, please. Some ideas on the lighting. We were inspired, the palette was inspired by that new farming, gardening that you are going to have in the future. So those colors are bringing in, the pops of color are bringing in like you had in the patio on the proposed building, the Halliwell Community Center. So those organic forms, as well as the little patterns in the carpet, are throughout the project, bringing it together some natural curves from the leaves and the flowers. Next, please. When you enter the multipurpose room, you have these beautiful wood trusses, wood ceiling. You have these views towards the exterior and two sets of audiovisuals at the edges. The idea was to reflect those beautiful, beautiful trusses on the floor, and then you have a darker LVT color reflecting those trusses on the floor, but also will help you to organize some of the seating. And there's a distance between those beams, and then if you need to count chairs for different activities, etc., that will help you to organize the group. The accent paints, you will see them here. It was, we have lots of wood, lots of warm colors. We are proposing a little yellows on the chairs as well. So the end of the room are cooler grays, cooler colors to bring down a little bit of all that warmth. As you can see in the cafe lounge, the pattern of the multipurpose room bleeds through the cafe, communicating the activities, what happened in one place and the other. So these rooms are adjacent together, so there is a communication between the two of them. Next slide, please. Here is the multipurpose. We have acoustic wall panels also. Again, those are a little cooler colors than the wood and the ceiling and the chairs. Those beautiful trusses, thinking of how we are going to light them. So we might have some decorative sconces along the walls, maybe not. We'll see, but this is just an idea of how we can illuminate that room that's going to have amazing activities happening. So the acoustic wall panels are a little cooler, and the end of the rooms is also a little bit cooler, so they complement each other. Next slide, please. So here is just want to make sure that we know where those acoustic panels are located. All along the wall by the cafe lounge, and then where the accordion door, the divider is, it will also have some of the acoustic panels. So we have good, we can hear each other along the room because it's a large room. Next slide, please. This is the Flex program room. Here we have the flooring that is softer, but also lots of yellow, lots of wood. And so the idea is by the sink area, we are proposing a backsplash tile, which is going to help for maintenance and cleanability, and PLAM cabinets that will have, the upper cabinets will be a lighter gray, and the bottom cabinets are going to have a texture below matching the backsplash. This is going to be just the accent on this corner. The rest of the room is going to be really, really calm. We could have the accent of the blue by the east elevation. The rest of the room is going to be really calm. We're going to have yoga. So we don't want many, many accents on the rest of the walls. Just this one that is, when we have art and crafts, etc., it can inspire you, a little bit of the blue. And we can have other color PLAM as well for the cabinets. There is a proposed solid surface, just a Korean white as a countertop here. Next slide, please. This is the activity room. Here we are bringing a little bit of the burgundy color from the cafe area. So we have harmony in between all the rooms. And we're proposing also a green. So it gives sophistication, a little style when you're playing. There is the green, there is a burgundy, there is nice, comfortable chairs when you're playing the game. And it's also a very calming and room and palette. You will see the actual samples, and you can ask any questions, please. The next room, please, or next slide, is the small program. So the small program doesn't have the green. It's the same palette. We continue, but a little calmer. Is taupe, is a little more on the purple accents, and it complements with the flooring. These are the offices and the corridors. So we have a carpet tile that is very simple, but also very fresh. It has a little bit of white on it, in it. And we have a very gray, bluish palette. And again, we have LVT by the Flex Office countertop. That the Flex Office will have LVT, will have Korean also countertop. And I thought that since that everything is very, very green and people are going to be working there long hours, it'll pop of color when they go to the kitchen. So it's a little bit of orange that has some texture to it. Then next slide, please. We have the restrooms. We are proposing a tile that it has texture. It's a very neutral palette. But then we are playing with the textures like we have outside in the garden, with the ground, with the stone. So we are bringing a rough floor porcelain tile, and then a texture on the walls. And again, it's a very neutral palette on the grays. Next slide, please. And this is what we have, and I will welcome you to come and see the physical samples, please.
I know printing colors on paper does not always
there's
match.
Printer versus the screen versus what's really there. So I think if we take a look at.
Does anyone know what color the furniture that's over at the police station is?
Oh, I don't care about
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no,
It's a valid question.
question.
So these are this is where you enter the building. This is the tile that when you come in. So you will see this color. The sketch or yes, thank you.
I mean, I just want to be clear that this is kind of our
And so you're hovering, that half circle hovers over you with some of the lighting. And this is the carpet that goes there.
Yeah, see, I have a problem with carpet,
Okay,
and seniors, not good,
okay,
not good, because it can fall.
okay.
So the colors are, that's bad, when it gets caught in it, you know.
So is that the transition from one to the other, or is it
Not even,
carpeting?
not even if it's on the other one. I've seen many, many people fall on the carpet, my mother for one.
Okay,
She was at a place where they had carpeting, and she was walking, she had sneakers on, and she went down. But the carpeting is never good, when you have a bunch of seniors together. I
Sure.
know in other places that had it, they got rid of the carpeting.
okay.
And then floors.
Would you be open to consider a pattern on that half circle, same level as the LVT, the same floor, but just some kind of pattern that differentiates the
Yeah,
half circle?
pattern is not an issue, texture is. Now, is this the kind of floor that is,
We are proposing the
is this the
LVT.
one that's bouncy?
Not
No.
that,
Resilient one is.
the flex floor will be at the, yeah, the flex.
There's a sample right there if you want it.
Yeah, so this,
This
there'll be
is the-
this on top of it, it's,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and there'll be a space in there, so it can flex a little bit
Yeah.
when they're
Correct.
doing yoga classes.
That's a good part.
We use this in several senior centers
You
before.
have?
Yeah.
With no falls?
I don't know why you would fall, all it does is flex.
Well, because as you get older and you're a diabetic, for one thing, and you don't have a lot of good balance, it is, when you put your foot down,
Yeah, but that deflection is.
but that's not my,
Minuscule.
I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah,
That's
So
what
you-
Right,
if
it's-
you're, if you're walking on it, you don't notice.
You don't
But-
feel it?
Yeah, but if you're exercising, you'll.
That's what
you
I'm
feel
asking.
it, yes.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
The carpet, I don't, but it doesn't matter what the texture is, I mean, what
We
the
can,
colors
we
are.
can propose a pattern under and the code, half circle on the seating.
Right.
Sure.
That's, the color is not an issue, it's.
Sure,
We're
absolutely.
looking at function, you know, to keep people safe.
Yep,
That's exactly what we're looking for.
exactly, that's what we're looking for, exactly. The feedback. This is the wall of mat, and this is the granite for the reception, and we would like to have, a wood face, either if it's a key lamp that we wanted to, have, feedback, could be contrast, but, we can have a beautiful,
Yeah, that's funny,
this is
frankly.
nice, right?
My opinion has always been anytime I've been involved
This is
with
very elegant and it goes really
design,
nicely
it's
with
Yeah.
some of the colors. So this color is this color, and we were trying to bring some of the beautiful garden that would be outside, right? So, that's the goal. That's the idea, right? To bring some of the greens and,
I just think it's incredibly difficult for a layperson to do all of this at the same time and keep it all in order. So I always defer to the professional who has the entire picture and has the training. I mean, I love everything I see. I guess you could argue one switch to one or the other, but the premise that you're actually scripting the rooms to the mentality and the feel of the people is frankly beyond the average person. You know, we can conceive of certain things, but when you have to put 5 rooms together and make it flow. So I'm impressed with what I see, and I think it's incredibly difficult to just, we need time to digest, but I am a person of color, so it's natural for me to like colors and textures.
yes.
So, I mean, I personally like what I see.
You have the orange.
You like the palette?
The colors are
Excellent.
lovely.
Well,
We
this
just
is,
wanna
this
make
is
sure
also
it's
what we
functional.
want, the feedback about the color palette and the materials, the texture. That's exactly what we're looking for.
Because personality, honestly, from a designer's point of view, and I hope for all of us, we want
The most people.
visitors and.
Because if this is gonna be a TV that's saying, you know, what today's activities are, we could very easily put that next to the reception desk on this wall here.
Which is
And
super.
because this is really becoming a feature here, so if we had areas to, you know, do artwork and have picture rails that we could hang, you know, various things and, you know, it comes, you know, rotating, exhibits or whatnot.
Yeah, you could
You have
have
that whole,
that.
you have that whole picture rail at the top, you have the assembly that can clip in, and then you can.
Where is that reception room?
That's the main.
Where is that reception?
This is where you-
Across
this
from
is
the circle.
Yeah.
This is just our round area, our reception.
There's a circle.
So the reception will be here, across from here. So if I show you the floor plan,
This is the input.
I know it's hard.
Well, that's what I'm trying to see, the reception room is.
Yes, well, this wall here.
Because I don't, you know, we don't want to.
This is the reception.
Oh, that's it, so that's it. Okay.
Exactly.
So you don't need where this goes. Yeah, that'd be nice. Because you don't need a.
If you,
No,
if you're
and
sitting
across
there, and you're
is what
staring at
Jeff
the
was
TV,
saying about the gathering. That wall is interesting.
TV,
Yeah.
to be looking at, but if it's off to the side, then it makes the area a little more
Does it have to be
private.
television? Because most of these centers just have a scrolling marquee of what's going
Right.
on. and
It's-
it's not really
Yeah, but
It could just be a
television.
monitor.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah,
yeah, I
it
think
doesn't have to be a
it's-
TV,
this is-
TV with
Yeah.
cable
We had,
or anything.
we had multi-purposes,
Yeah.
so it could be for the children, it could be for anyone else. So I think we have to, again, broaden our, when we're making our choices and decisions, it's not just whatever seniors would want, it's.
Like I would shy
the
away
whole
from
spectrum.
anything that, like, you're not gonna show movies on it
No,
or
that would
put
not.
24-hour cable news on it, but something like a monitor that can be programmed to advertise what's coming up, what's happening today, what's happening next
Town meetings.
town meetings. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, all community information.
Right, you
It's
can tell
like
it's
a
massive.
scrolling electronic bulletin board.
That's the intent.
Okay, yeah,
If you, but, yeah, I think Jeff made a good point, we moved that there,
yeah.
Are the trusses faux?
they'll be wood,
But I mean,
they'll be,
they're inverted or they are faux?
they're,
But they're structural or?
They're structural.
Okay, so it's a combination, it's,
Correct.
so you did that more for
yeah,
accent or?
yeah, right, we wanted to have that kind of strong.
Yeah.
And to get back to your thing about kids will be in there, and right now, we're in a building where kids are in there, and, this is lovely. This is lovely for grown-up people, and,
Magic markers.
crayons on the tables, and tape on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, supervision, I think the.
Well,
this
These
happens
these are
back.
supervised, these are
Well,
supervised.
yeah, but
These are supervised.
I really would hope that,
Well,
Well,
I'm just giving you my
Cub Scouts
experience.
And that meetings will stay at Scouts. They aren't gonna come to here.
Huh?
The Cub
Oh,
Scouts
that's what I
and
think,
that
they will
will
stay.
stay at Scouts.
Well, that's
They're
what-
not gonna come here.
No, that's what,
So that's why we've got Scouts.
Yeah.
Scouts.
Okay,
And that's
remember,
why I am with you
that-
about
that's-
that.
hold on a minute. Remember, this is a multi-generational center,
Right,
okay? I think that's the point that Robert's making here, is that, well, yes, the feedback to the seniors is great, with the carpet, we can adjust that, but let's keep in mind that this is a multi-generational center, so we can't just accommodate one group.
well, no, and I quite understand that, Jeff.
Okay, so
But I am telling you that Monday through Friday, we will be there probably from
But-
8, 9 o'clock until 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
But has
Monday
that,
to Friday.
has it been finalized by council?
Well, I really haven't. You know, I don't know, but I don't know, it's gonna be there Monday. night.
Multi-generation.
Oh,
we're
it
still
is.
designing it for everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Which-
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just also wanted to point out that in this room, our view is looking out over, and that, I know this isn't part of, but it is a part, is if at some point there's landscape
So as far as color scheme and, you know, the changing to the feature wall a little bit, the change from carpet to another LVT, are there any, I prefer the light, this lighter LVT here to go with the reception desk.
This is not LVT, right? This is the
Yeah,
base
the
one.
P-line.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that is electron. Excellent,
So-
excellent.
Does anybody have, before we move on to another room, does anybody else have any comments, further comments on the rooms that we're looking at now?
Since that you're gonna scrap the carpet, can this wall behind the carpet, so you have a little bit of color and texture on the wall, which is wax floor?
Oh, you mean insert this carpet on the wall?
Or something similar. You need to be able, as long as you could mount
You
to
could
it.
do your acoustical wall.
Yeah.
We could,
As long as you
yeah,
could
so we
mount
have
to it.
those in the multi-purpose,
Mhm.
and it comes in all these colors, and it comes textured panels and carved, and they have some designs also. This can be, so that back wall could be,
Yeah.
what color this is what, from this brand, this is what we have, or maybe I can find another brand that has a little more colors.
Take a look at Agrico. They have.
Yes.
Yeah, they have a
More
lot
colors
of
than
different
we
colors.
see.
And they
Right.
also have a lot of different patterns that you could, I've used in the
Because
past.
then
that could be-
the pretty art, right?
Yeah, but in the absence of art, it can still be a standalone piece.
And
So
we
say
can
you
paint it
have-
behind.
Yeah, say you have a window scene
Yes.
between exhibits, you still have a feature wall that can stand alone.
Well, thinking through this, we don't want it to, so we would like a pattern, but also we want to still have pictures hanging there as a picture gallery or rotating gallery, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so
You
we
need a
can try to
neutral.
find something that is
Yeah.
a little bit neutral but has some texture
Yeah.
to it. Okay.
do some kind of wall color.
We could do wall color.
Yes.
Wallpaper's cheaper.
Yeah.
It depends, right. I think we have some options there, but, so we like the intent and we like the code
Yes.
lighting, excellent. This is a good start. And then
Well,
we-
since a side matter, are we doing anything with vertical blinds of any kind at this point?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Vertical blinds are always gonna be a user nightmare,
Yeah.
because you're gonna get these things jammed up, people aren't gonna know how to use them appropriately, and then they get destroyed.
So at this point, we're gonna leave the, and either tint them or just deal with.
I would put a UV film on there. and then-
Yes, I think we own shades at, I don't know, in multiple, the offices and rooms, we have, it'll be similar to this.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put any shades in public areas for people to mess with.
Yeah, so no, not in this area, and I don't think in this area. But in offices, we cover.
Yeah, I wanted to ask everybody also. I wanted to, we would like to make a decision on the flooring,
Mhm.
flooring color as well. So this is the one that we are going to be using in most places, and then for the accent, we would like a darker version. So this is the line for this one, and how much darker do we want to go? So the proper oak, this is the proper oak. This is mostly in all the project and rooms. And then the accent is having a multi-purpose. So,
I don't think it's that.
No, I think that goes down there.
I don't think the accent's that much.
well,
What about
we
that top
are
corner?
trying also to avoid that big contrast for seniors, or something that bothers them, right? Or that they feel that it's too deep. So this one is what we thought about, but we didn't,
Oh, you mean right here?
Yeah, this
they reflect. It's like the sun is down, and then you see the line on the floor in the darker LVT. So it's not much of the square footage that we're using.
So those trusses gonna be stained?
They'll just be the natural wood finish that they are. We can't,
So
we can
fir
look at
or,
stains.
you know, what type of wood are we thinking? Because it's.
Oh, I thought the intent was to make
What
a
I'm saying is
solid,
if-
color almost
If
monolith.
it's stained, then you wanna match the floor, because the
Exactly.
stain's supposed to be that, like.
We're not typically gonna stand, you know, it's gonna be what it is, but I think it's more about the intent.
The design intent.
Right, and having shadows and splitting this up and drawing people from around.
And it's a fair amount of money to stain them, you know, what we're talking about. I
Right.
mean, I prefer it, but it
Correct.
is a lot of money to go up and
Correct.
stain all of those. And then granted, the wood won't match necessarily anyway.
So are you guys thinking that we'll paint the strips to look aligned, or are we relying on lighting and shadows to kind of be able to draw that vertical line on the walls?
We have the protrusions in the wall as part of the structure, and we are emphasizing the structure, so the design intent there is to integrate that structure into the shadow and the ceiling. But we are open if it's
Is that a
too much,
raised
if it's too
surface?
much contrast, we are open.
Is it a raised?
It'll be a column that comes up.
Actually, is there a reason why it needs to be outside the box? But
Yeah.
why couldn't you just continue this on a vertical application?
Oh, no,
Have you
that's
ever
a,
done it? I know it's,
Flooring walls.
yeah, but I mean, the concept is to
The concept.
continue the color.
we could,
Because
Paint.
then we come into the situation where we can't get an exact map to the stain of that to the
Yeah,
truss, then it's gonna be really noticeable if we're running down. the side.
yeah, because of the, so you just come up with colors that just continue the contrast to some
We
degree.
could also just have those columns be white like the rest of the wall, and I think you'll be able to.
if it's too much,
Right.
exactly, we
Right.
do the white.
Almost of the, with your sconces that you were pointing out, I was thinking that instead of painting, use light
Mhm.
columns to
Mhm.
be able to highlight both.
In order to create that
If
same.
the sconce is only there in that wall,
That is
that's,
the
that's a
problem.
great idea,
Yeah.
sure.
And you're benefiting from the light as well.
Yep.
With two directions or just down?
Up and down is
Yeah,
great,
it is.
up from the
Yeah, I
trusses
mean-
and down for the floor.
Right, I mean, that roof could be so monumental, so I think uplighting will certainly highlight some of the features of those trusses too.
Yeah.
And then same thing on these end walls too, because we might, I think we should discuss whether or not we wanna have a projection screen or something to that effect, or if it's gonna be a movable projection screen, because sometimes all of those projection screens that get like this end up like in that position all the time. You don't always go back and forth, you have the mechanics to deal with. So we might want to discuss treating this wall similarly to the feature wall that we have in the lounge, just so in the event that we have a larger art gallery or art showing, or like we've done here at Town Hall where we have the art night with some of the students, we're able to really utilize all those spaces. So that perhaps we could put, picture rails are pretty cheap, so if we could incorporate that into that wall as well, and then we have to look at, do we want
What is
a,
it showing?
Incorporate
Is it showing
picture
what
rail
it's
on
showing?
that,
Yeah.
in that wall.
You mean to give you two surfaces that you can work
I
on?
mean, we could ideally have, three, we have this one here, have this one with the storage, and then this one back here. We have three very prominent walls that can be utilized in
For artwork.
many different ways.
Yeah.
Because not all the time, there won't be a projection screen or a TV on all the time in this one.
Was that defined as a roll-up or as a fixed?
So we'll want the TV there, we want the connection, the AV connection, correct? But then also we want the picture rail.
Well,
I think
that
we
is-
should have maybe.
Well, that's the question I'm asking the group,
Yes,
because
I think it's a good thing.
we can either have a projection screen, which we will have to rely on a projector and a screen, which these get outdated very quickly. CJ, how many times do we have problems with this projector?
This one,
Yeah.
and plus if it's wired,
Right.
it's one thing, if it's Wi-Fi would be the best thing,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So In my experience, when we're having projections and projector screens, it's always better to have a movable projector, like you used to have in school. Because that, on the car, because then that way, if it fails, you can take it off, and then you're not stuck with a post in the middle of the room.
Well, the
And
other
then
note is,
it's interrupting
you don't want
all of this.
all the trusses, you don't want something sticking down.
Yeah.
And then, same thing with this projection screen. If we have a movable projection screen, we can put that away, store it, protect it, because then that way, if it fails, you're stuck with it, and then you don't have a usable wall if you do have it.
You can just put some floor, you can just put some floor receptacles and give you flexibility.
If we put in floor boxes, that's just as easy when we pour the foundation, you can wire it and get the conduit to go where it needs.
I think you want as much technology as you can.
Yep.
We can also put, wall jacks, wall hangings, different
Yep.
walls
Oh, quick question.
around the corners.
The HVAC, were you intending it to be in the ceiling and just the register showing? Or
So
are you
it's
gonna
gonna
run?
run between,
So you're gonna run
between.
Not
It'll run-
showing there, no.
and then drop down through this surface?
No, so it'll be run exposed.
Oh, it will.
It's being trusted.
And you're gonna color code them, paint them?
We can.
I mean, I think it would be ugly if we just look at it.
I think we can, not the same color, but we have to see what.
Yeah, just to blend it and let it lose it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll have to be,
all the sprinklers.
and you're gonna color code them all so that we're not looking at. I don't wanna go through all this and then look at.
The idea is that
Metallized.
the roof, the ceiling will be, it's gonna be structural wood.
Yeah, cause that's the roof, that's the.
Yeah, so we'll find a color, so they can fade away from.
And then do we want I thought of the ceiling fans just to assist with comfort within the room because of the size of the room?
We have a lot of supply and return registers.
If it's not needed for you, okay. It's just another thing.
Right.
Yeah, and it's a maintenance thing, it's kind of just like the projector, that
Yeah,
ceiling
we
fan
take away
breaks.
from them.
Well,
then
we
we
have
got-
clean regularly
Yeah.
and turn it on and also the bell springs.
I think the acoustical panels are great because
Yeah.
they'll serve their purpose.
That's great.
Talking about acoustical panels, any preference color? So we have, these are the winners, these two are the winners, or these two, for now?
I imagine, I'm good with that. I don't know
Okay.
about everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
this color?
This color.
Yeah.
So this dark and this light?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say so.
I love these two, but that's just.
These
first
two?
blush. I love
Uh,
this texture, but
I know.
On that same floor.
This one, right? Perfect, me too.
Okay, what's
I was looking for this.
what's the field color that we're gonna have in that room?
The walls,
Yeah, for this.
For the walls, it's really white or off-white, no, it's pink. It's an off-white, color, really. The top gray, here, yes, it's a off-white and then, a charcoal gray, ocean gray, kind of a little bluish gray on the end, where the artwork will be.
Can you put that in the report?
Yeah, right.
it's lighter, no doubt.
I get.
I mean, it blends into the wall.
People running their hands along it, and
Right.
that's what.
This one will we can paint
I
the
mean, you
walls,
think
the
they
end
won't run their hands
walls,
along
the
the
same
other?
gray.
Well, that will hide it.
Yeah, that won't show.
True. That's
That's gonna
true.
hide it better.
That was base.
Yeah.
Would you-
At one project that I'm doing, and we're wrapping up right now, we have these kind of panels.
They already get
Somebody's
dirty.
already run their hands across, and they have to scrub it, so.
Okay.
Is it scrubbable?
Yeah, this one will
Scrubbable?
suck.
Yeah.
Can you put that frame in this bathroom?
Yeah, so this one, we could have, the end walls matching this gray. That's the idea behind it. And it's a little cooler because we have a lot of wood there, lots of brown, lots of yellow. So we could, put it off a little bit. And the windows on the other wall.
Jeremy, what's our condition for just general architectural lighting in this space? Because I know we talked about having the sconces go along, either that wall or both sides of the walls. What, are we doing recessed cans, are we doing mounted, surface mounted cans?
I think we're gonna have
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be in May because of the buses, so.
The seniors go home at 4 o'clock. The seniors go home at 4 o'clock.
We can vote, if somebody wants one or the other.
No, I think she's saying these two.
Oh,
And this
No,
one,
no, no,
this
no,
one,
no,
that's
no,
not
no.
okay.
That one, you put that one over here, it's like, that was too bright. That one matches almost as tan wood on the floor.
That one falls, the one on the left falls in line.
Yeah,
That
I
one's too
agree with
bright.
you.
Yeah, I like this.
Well,
Well,
scissors, ready?
Yep.
yeah, there we go.
I don't know how to play that game.
Okay.
sorry.
I like that.
So
one.
this one?
I vote for that
I
one.
vote-
this
I
one.
vote-
Yeah, the trip. Well, how many people want that one?
Oh,
Oh, we can't vote. Can't
I
we?
can't
Yeah,
vote.
you can,
no.
yes, you have, it's not an official motion.
For this one? For this
It's a
one?
vote you
Hold on.
can do. Okay, Joanne, we're outvoted. Wait, that
For
one?
the other one?
Yeah, sorry, Susan.
Okay. Hey, democracy at work, I like it.
I like-
It's the way it's
yeah.
supposed
Get
to
the
be.
next one.
You know what,
This is
we'll get
great.
to the next one.
Yeah, yeah.
No, let us earn it, wait, Joanne,
Yeah,
let us
right,
earn it.
right, we're gonna
This
earn
is
it.
great.
I just think that was just like too bright, and it just matches the tan floor so much better.
This is great. No, this is exactly what we were looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still like.
what's the fight for it?
Go down.
Until the day it actually
Okay.
gets hung on the wall. Keep
So
pushing.
for the office, for the yoga flex room,
Joanne and I
the
will
flex
see you
room.
Well, Jeremy,
We have-
remember, we wanted that one, right?
The bottom cabinets are this texture blue. And I don't have the tile, but these ones are 4x4 tiles, $4 a square foot, they look gorgeous, and you can see them in Home Depot. They're very inexpensive and very beautiful, so,
Parking squares.
they're 4x4 inches, ceramics.
Oh, ceramic.
Glossy,
Oh, for the,
beautiful.
wainscot.
Yeah,
For the-
very
for the-
inexpensive,
Yeah.
and they match the blue of the door, and then the upper cabinets is that gray, but without the pattern, if you, the orange one had that pattern, by the way. So, I mixed them up for some reason, so it could be solid gray, it's okay. And then that's the floor, and, the blue paint, it could be the soffit, that's the way I thought about it, the soffit above the cabinets. But, you know, we could just paint it gray.
No,
Like
mainly,
mid-plane, mid?
don't we have the windows up on the high
We
side?
do.
We do have.
You have to have windows, yeah.
Up here, yeah, right.
So we have this, these are all, this will be glass one is facing up on the side.
And this was our intent, to bring a fresh air.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of light.
Yeah,
And
very
there'll be
nice.
a lot of greenery.
Mhm.
Looking out from that big oak tree is the ball field, with the ball field.
Yeah.
Yes, if there was an east exposure.
And don't forget the snow fence at some point, right? Into the corner of the design.
Yes, we have that. We already have that.
This is the palette for the billiards room, some ideas on the furniture, and really just bringing the green to give the activity and play billiards and just, coordinating the activity with the walls, but we can have just one accent. And
Yeah, I was gonna ask, are we gonna have
No.
four walls with two different paints? Or are you looking for us to kind of,
Or was that a
So the chair would have the burgundy accent, and we can have one green wall, and the rest is neutral. That's one of the options that I was thinking about. It depends on what the furniture there will be, but that's,
And this could also, at some point, be multifunctional, right? The room itself, its dedicated uses. Can vary.
it would be more difficult to move the table.
I was gonna say not if you put a pool table in, which they like, pool tables.
Well, I think before,
Oh, yes.
we will decide before needed, but it'll have a comfortable feel to it either way.
Is the whole room is the burgundy color, would that be like, kind of like a room from Europe somewhere, or? is it
Exactly, a little
dark?
dark
And
and,
dark.
and
And you see the little old man
you just
there
need
with
the
his
cigar in
stogies?
there. But
Yeah.
it's a vote.
Yeah. Oh, a new lady? Yeah. Oh, okay, that's all I wanted to ask. I can do that. Oh.
Oh, boy, that's gonna be a heck of a billiards. You have to have reservations. Wow.
hey, we said all people.
Yeah.
We'll have a reversible pen.
You know, I'm just thinking, looking at the patterns, is there any storage? Closets, rooms for storage?
There are a
Yes.
few, yes,
Okay,
yes,
I didn't-
the answer is
I
yes.
was concerned, I see billiard tables, and they get a portable, you can put that table down, where would you store it? Like, or a ping pong table, where do you store it? Something big, or chairs, extra chairs, if you don't need them, where do you store them? Where's the
So we
storage?
have, in the multi-purpose room, we have all,
Yeah.
big storage.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yep, so these will be all tables, chairs.
Okay.
Remember, they took them off the wall,
Okay,
originally they were
okay,
over
that's
here.
fine, I just didn't get.
And this room has storage, will be a little bit of storage.
That's fine, thank you.
I guess this is the only room that.
That's the only one actually, that doesn't actually literally have a closet,
You get
but,
storage on the parts of the building.
but it also, all the billiard accessories are really very decorative, so you could use that green wall to hang all the beautiful, billiard accessories, right?
Yeah.
Equipment, exactly.
Unlike the other rooms being completely flexible, this one's more geared a little bit more towards activities with the pool table, ping pong table, whatever we decide to put in there.
Mhm.
So the storage isn't as important for that.
No, I was just thinking in general for the whole project.
Okay.
No, so thank you.
Yeah.
Storage.
And also, in this room, you get, like a nice piece of furniture to store games and.
And all of the other rooms are acoustical, 2x2, or what's this?
We have some 4x4, some 2x6, some 2x4 throughout. So, but yeah, everything except.
And
for
other
this
than
and
that,
that.
yes.
I would say just for purposes of replacement, if we could try to maintain 2x2s throughout, yeah.
You know, that's a good point, so that you only have to.
You only have
one.
one size.
Yeah, and I think the reason we use 4x4 is we have the big cassettes
Okay.
for the HVAC, so those fit.
Oh, the freezers, yeah.
Yeah, so I think the 4x4s are really
4x4.
just in, actually in these two.
Okay.
C-Light seals, with thing, C-Light 4 here, but I think.
We could change it if we need to.
I
It's just-
think, well, maybe cut down to two sizes as opposed to three,
Yeah,
just because I know we're limited on storage here.
Yep.
The DPW barn is probably limited to storage, and it will get lost and damaged, so the more that we can just maintain a
Standard.
uniform standard, I think that will work best for us. Thank you.
Sure. And this one is really just the two colors that you see there for the small program, keeping it simple. We could have just one accent or none, or just play with the two light colors. Maybe these two exactly the whole room, and it's really entirely up to you.
Small room.
Yeah.
It is a
And
small
So
room.
I'd say the later colors.
We can do a lighter, yeah.
Did we decide the
Yeah,
color?
exactly.
No, we said that one, we said the burgundy for the chairs or the accents,
Okay.
One
and
green
then
wall.
one green wall.
Is this the blue that was in the question?
No,
Is this,
no.
okay.
Yeah, I like those. Is it always complementary walls, or is it ever wainscot two-color? Like a chair rail?
We were.
Just full wall, we're not
When
doing
you normally
wainscoting unless we need to.
No, I was just curious.
No, it's full.
Full
Yeah,
wall,
full. So
correct.
you just
A
full
base
wall
and full
alternating
wall.
color?
Yeah.
Right, 2 and 2,
Yeah.
I think they work really well together for that room, very calming.
And the trim, I mean, we get into that later, but it's a simple trim on the, or is it steel frame doors, wood frame doors? The colors match the walls, or do you accent?
So we're using, it's an aluminum frame system, so these entries will have a side light.
Okay.
And so looking at solid wood door,
Mhm.
side light with the frame on as well.
So it'll be a storefront type aluminum door frame? Okay. It's colored.
Black aluminum,
Yeah.
it's really,
And the doors will be solid paint or
solid wood.
solid wood urethane?
Finished wood.
Okay. Okay. And that'll be uniform throughout?
Correct.
Do the doors have windows in them?
The doors now will have side, actually, I'm sorry, I take that back. The doors
Some will
will
have side
You can put the
lights.
narrow lights in.
will have side lights and then there'll be a trim.
I know
Doors.
what they're doing in the childcare, which ones have windows in them.
Yeah, so, if you're here, you'll be able to see the room. And everything's gonna be open and light.
And you've got the side light to the side of the door, which would give you complete visibility even with the door window.
Are you using dirt system or something similar to that, like that aluminum, so it's good for
Ranko will be,
What was it?
Ranko will be used, is what we're expecting, or as they're based on design. That, whatever it is.
Do we need to have any controlled
so it has, you could pass it around, it has, it's not that orange, it has a little texture to it, a little pattern. We could do something calmer, I'm open to suggestions.
And the yellow, that's the yellow.
I do mind passing this one too.
Yeah, the LVT is there.
And the LVT, exactly, so,
The intent of that one is to flex office, so if, you know, we have, yeah, so nurses come in, lawyers, just extra staff people, so kind of come in that, we want that to be washable and advised to see.
yeah, that one, perfect. So we can see it with the carpet, so that this is the flex, kitchen or office.
Yes, chairs.
Yeah, just, these are all offices. So
Whether
a
it's
team
the
of
same
people
or with
there.
an ENAM or not.
Where's that?
A lot of offices.
I like that.
Oh, this one together, one, so the bottom cabinet's orange and the upper cabinet's gray?
So this is one,
It could be.
So this is facing out to the.
Yeah.
This room is, which room, the general office?
This is, right,
so this will be one full-time staff, one flex office.
Jeremy, look like this, with the bottom cabinets and the top cabinet.
Linda, do you bring in like consulting professionals, like on prescriptions, on blood pressure checks, things like that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So that's, the flex office is intended for all those.
For all, that's, because I don't know if the town's gonna staff it or.
No, they won't, but we have, already we have an
It seems like a
information
private
specialist
space.
that's volunteer, he'll be there until October, and then in December.
Right, so something like that provides a
For this,
private space to.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be able to afford a nurse.
I like the color, gives the room.
a little bit of,
Wholesome, gives you
it's all
something.
very, very gray and very, very neutral, including the walls, which is a cool gray. So this gives a little pop in the kitchen, go your coffee, get your donuts or whatever, and then it's easy to clean, Korean, and, I think it works. And then we have the public restrooms. So this is, $8 square feet, tile. So the single-user restroom will have the white one here. The same porcelain tile on the floor. And the men and women's restroom will have that one on the walls,
Is that just on the web
which will
walls?
go like this.
Yes.
Yeah, just a wet wall, maybe we'll go half wall, but I thought to bring a little bit of a texture. So we could have, I didn't bring the sample, but we could, and there are plenty colors of the 4x4 squares that we have in the other room, the yoga room, not the flex room, has the blue squares. But I thought this one kept the palette with the office, neutral, we don't go wrong, and, it's a little more, like, there are others that are less expensive.
I'm assuming in the bathroom, I mean, I would strongly suggest if we're only tiling the wet wall, could we either run it as a wainscot all the way around or transition to FRP, something that's indestructible versus exposed gypsum, because over time,
Or does the whole room have,
something, either PVC, gypsum above, I would, but then above you can either transition
around
to
all the walls?
FRP or
There
just.
are tiles that really
It's
nice.
out of harm's way, maybe.
Yeah, we typically use moisture resistant
Above.
gypsum.
Yeah.
But we can,
Yeah, there's been a lot of instances where, in the past, I've done the wet walls full tile, then the other three walls are all, parallel height,
Yeah.
42 inches off or so.
And you could change and go to a larger tile, which is less expensive conceivably, and the accent would still be on the wet.
Yeah,
And this is the final size, right?
yeah, actually,
Or they-
there's a 5x12, and I have the other samples are 4x4.
On that
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm just wondering, and this is just me, the installation.
Yeah.
If we're doing a lot of 4x4 installation, that's gonna increase labor. So if we could, maybe.
The larger the tile, the better.
Right.
Yeah,
So maybe
yours.
what we do is we use this as an accent strip that goes around, put a Schluter strip on the top,
Yeah.
three walls,
Yeah.
and then have larger format
that just a special color aluminum on the doors? Or what am I looking at? Beige, brownish?
Okay, so we're looking at fiberglass or aluminum.
I mean, you can
Aluminum
get specialty
fabric.
colors.
Yes.
Too,
Yeah.
in the interest of expense, I guess. And those lights, the windows above are fixed?
Good one.
Yeah.
And then we're looking at fiberglass windows for.
And then the coping would go up there, and the HVAC units sit on the EPDM roof?
On the side.
Do we have access?
On back. Yeah, so we're over roof hatch.
Okay. Will that matter from the mechanical room or just the utility room?
We have mechanical, water.
And I'm assuming it's a mundane question, but underground electrical, we're not gonna drop a pole there?
No, so the electrical comes in overhead to existing transformers.
Okay, and then underground to the, so we don't have to look at the master.
Is that the exterior siding?
Yeah, so these are the two colors, and this will be the CMU base. We can look at different colors.
That's the hardest line.
The hardy.
Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's construction.
That's cement?
Yes, cementitious, it's a composite material, well, cutting edge. Is this, Jeff, should we maybe get an alternate for a heated sidewalk to the entrance of the building? From the, that immediate area, the snow melt?
Yeah, so we do have a canopy.
We don't have that issue?
Okay.
No.
There's not enough areas to worry
Yeah,
about.
the site plan.
Yeah, I'm trying to picture it in my mind. No, I understand, it's not, if it doesn't serve the purpose of it.
Not, yeah, so this, we're covered from here to there.
Yeah, so it's.
There's a sidewalk. It's your motion cover.
And is there anything, this is just gonna be exposed decking and painting?
Above,
Yeah.
we're looking at that now.
Skidded something maybe, or?
Yeah, it could be an exterior, yeah, we do that.
Just to give it some kind of, other than just paint steel.
You got it.
How do you feel about the textured hard plank?
I like it smooth.
Oh, for this
But
design, you like it?
if you guys have a different preference for
Well, yeah, on the white, you want it to almost look like granite, so you want the smooth.
yeah.
What if you switch, one of the other?
It's about half and half for the entire building, so.
It's an idea.
Hey, CJ, could you go
It's
to
just
the
some of these-
slide with the building out renderings? Yes, exterior
It
renderings.
accentuates the joints too, because you don't see any of the texture.
So this is green, pretty much everything else.
Oh, as it wraps around, oh, there we go.
Thank you.
Right, and then this will be more of a wood color.
Oh, there.
You
This is a bigger.
can't see it here.
See that there?
Well, maybe you guys can consider, I think the point is well taken, just the texture and what it might be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Massive wall.
We change this to a texture, it's not a ton of it.
Yeah, because the windows are, those storefronts too.
I prefer that.
Yeah, also like your cloud, just like your wood cloud.
Yeah, I think that would be better.
You could contrast it and do the whites, so it looks like granite.
Yeah, I think that.
That was your premise. Now, exterior lighting, are you gonna put it on the soft, or the open, or are you doing it exterior lighting?
Well, the having one is, one member in particular is really picky about
Yes.
downlights.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
That's our sky compliant.
Yes,
Yeah, so we'll have lights above all,
Yeah, and
and
that's
we'll
cool.
have lights under. It'll all be done.
Yeah.
It'll all be dark sky then.
I'm just prepping you for the planning.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
There's some tough guys on that one.
Yes.
I hate to bring up what sometimes now is an evil word, but is solar on that roof of any viable
Well,
reason to consider?
I know we talked about previously structuring it, so that's gonna be solar ready.
Yes, which, so the structure, the roof is solar ready, because of the extra weight. We're gonna have conduits down to the electrical room.
Okay.
when it's
So it's,
included.
the option is there.
Yeah.
Yep. And it can go on, there's pitched roof, there's some room.
I have negative slope on that.
It's
take the power
Is
for
that
that
building
building.
will have a
The
power
folks that are
purchase
putting solar on their homes now
Right.
are basically, I believe the way that it works is that they are paying a reduced rate for their electric bill, but they still need to pay for the rental of the panels. It's like a rent-to-own situation.
That's correct, that, yeah.
So, I don't think it's
You don't
cost,
wanna
it's
get
gonna be cost for the.
All right, that's my question, I don't know anything about it.
And you know something, we just switched over to USAA insurance because my husband's a veteran, and one of the first questions they asked me was, do you have solar panels on your house? And I said, well, I don't do that, my house is an historic house. But no, I don't, good thing, because when you have solar panels on your house, and a lot of the insurances are not happy with you because it's an issue.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Fires.
Yes, it is.
Well, fires, yeah.
Fires, yeah.
Fire department can't vent the roof.
That's right, and it increases the
It's
risk.
become an issue.
And so your insurance gonna cost you a lot more. So it's just.
Well, I'm glad I said no to all those.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
And I said no.
But the
no,
irony
I'm
is-
glad, now I'm gonna read
the
it.
irony is, when the time comes, if it ever
Right.
comes, we have so much land for ground mounted
Oh
solar.
my God.
Have you heard of?
That's true, you don't have to put it on.
Let's put them in.
Yeah, pay the tax on the cell phone, don't pay it on the roof.
Or create,
Solar. Oh. But they decrease.
it's a, oh, it's a product, it's not a living.
Right, it's based on vacation. But I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting. Something to consider. Wow.
Some people, it's a lottery, yes.
Yes, yeah. Now, I'm just curious for this process, is it that this committee makes a recommendation to accept all of this, and then they have to go through this again with the council?
I think what we can do in this instance is wait till the design development package is complete. Because obviously we're advisory, so we've been advising to go with this color palette. And honestly, Dave, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is the council gonna veto something over?
Whether it's not interesting, no, I doubt it.
Highly doubt it.
I think they're gonna be
So
so bad.
I think we can present the color schemes at our joint meeting when we're wrapping up design development, say this is the color scheme that the committee has reviewed and recommend, and then if there's any issue from there, we'll move.
You'll get a lot of talk from everybody about orange cabinets, so.
Right.
Well, that's a good thing.
Right.
There'll be a lot.
Yeah, but it's not gonna affect the cost.
There is.
The color is not gonna affect the
No,
cost.
it's not.
So all of that can be.
Just the it's gonna be fun.
Orange is great.
Yeah, it's been a.
Oh, perfect. So for the backdrop, we are gonna propose, some of that gold, yellow, and then the Aquafelt, the back wall and the ceiling, and the Aquafelt in front, and then the picture rail. I'm just making sure that we are on the same page. Okay, great.
I know I said it as a little bit of a joke, but find out what the furniture is before you do it.
I don't think it'll let you.
Oh, yes,
It is
also.
definitely
Actually,
gonna
it's
come up.
discharged to the soil.
I think
They
we
don't
present
need to look at whether it's a trophy.
It would be good for me to know more or less what's
That's enough.
what we are gonna choose or not, or what are the colors right now.
And just be talking back.
Would be helpful.
The style of it.
Everything else we address.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah,
I have a
with the
feeling
arms, of course.
I'm wondering, it's just curious, it's a side matter,
I'll be like, hey, Bonnie would be a good resource, and she has a volume of actual things, so she might
No,
cover
there
it.
are some chairs and there are some.
And supposedly it's in the police station.
yeah.
Some-
Should we put it?
What?
I'm sure there's.
So that they, the further back they go, the better.
that stuff is more slippery than,
No,
it's,
no,
it's the
no.
worst floor, but it's made to go in kitchens, and it's like, this is
But that,
ridiculously
that's
slippery.
the floor that you want some texture to for people that are standing
You're
on
not
it.
gonna get texture, you're gonna get non-slip, you know.
Oh, yeah, no, it has to be.
Yeah, but if you're on quarry for 8 hours, you'll know that you're.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Yes,
we
you
could
better
get-
put a little mat.
Exactly.
Yeah, you do an epoxy floor, get that poured out, you get the texture and slip resistance, and then you can put it on the anti-fatigue mats that have the holes in them to.
Yeah,
That's what I-
Sure.
give you that tolerance.
Very good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, quick question, have we located, we were going with the generator so we could maintain the emergency shelter category and maybe get funding. Do we have, did we need to notify DEM on that? Do we have a location for it? Is it of any relevance now, or are you guys just planning?
It's so small.
Yeah, it's just gonna drop.
It's a full building generator, it'll tie into the propane feed.
We should have a generator,
Right,
through
okay.
DMA or
Diesel,
not.
oh,
We don't have,
oh, that's right. Well, we kind of want to, if we want that option for fundraising or
it's-
grants for emergency shelter status,
The
right?
generator is already in the budget.
It is, that's what I thought.
Good.
Yeah,
So,
there should be a
the-
generator.
The one thing that we do need to look at is, because we have this lovely example over here, shielding.
Yeah, the location of it,
Visual shield.
that's what I brought up, is maybe,
This is like, this example here, this is our welcomer to our town hall. And it is just,
it looks so nice, it's neat.
well, it tells us that we're ready, we're
We
ready.
have a generator.
we have
We're
it.
ready.
Yep.
It's a question you don't have to
And
ask.
now you'll never unsee
Oh,
it.
no, I'll
You're
never
gonna,
see it.
it's the first thing you're gonna see when you pull the parking lot.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, they would, well, winter to summer.
Yeah.
But, you know, we have the generator over there, we have the HVAC over here, we have the tower there, it's like,
We won't be doing our stuff here.
we could have condensed that a little bit.
We got rid of our big ceiling, our chin ceiling.
All the times, that we started.
Did they let you take it home if you wanted it?
It's better still be
It
up
better be,
there.
oh, yeah.
If the tin ceiling is still there, the next renovation.
Oh, the tip ceiling is beautiful.
Yeah.
The next renovation for this,
Oh, yeah, you'd much rather
we're
see
getting
it.
historically involved, a
Yeah.
little bit more heavily.
I remember when.
But that's neither here nor there.
I know.
Hey, you know, it's outside the box. I was curious, since it seems like we're gonna be chasing our tail for money. I know the elevation is low relative to the street, but had anybody ever thought about contacting a utility with the idea of leasing for a tower, for communication, that would be a constant stream of income? I mean, is that within the realm of discussion? Out of our immediate
I would say if that was a point that those companies wanted to have a tower, the discussion would have already.
Well, no, I wonder, I
And I think that elevation.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I'm worried about. You're already
Just because we
minus-
have a piece of land doesn't mean they're gonna put a
And-
tower.
You're already minus 30
There's
feet.
a new tower, up on Industrial Drive,
Yeah.
Okay,
so.
so it's a moot point. Well, it's, I mean, we got all that land sitting there. It's,
Ground mount solar.
well, you really should entertain the idea of leasing the land we're not gonna use. I mean, we have to think outside the box. We can't be so gosh darn regimented that it can only be this way because that's the way it's always been, you know?
What about a window?
Whatever, anything.
You can't put a turbine, not North Smithfield.
Well, that's it.
Oh, that's for sure, that's right.
They want to-
You can't put a turbine in North Smithfield.
Well, it wouldn't work by definition because of its location. It's just not.
All right.
Yes, guys,
I
Do
said-
you have anything else that you want to
I said
discuss?
that whole thing.
I just have, the last slide, I just
Sure.
have a couple next steps.
Dixie's are great.
Let's reconvene over at our spots.
He doesn't,
I never got an
Can you
answer.
flip to the last slide?
Did the appeal ever make it to a superior court? Every time I asked the council, then that was,
he had proposed, he had
no, that was she, oh, you mean green?
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we certainly
thought
did.
about doing solar, but he sold everything and he's doing he's doing something in Quonset. Yeah, but he got out of all the solar, he's doing something in Quonset, trash to energy, I forgot what it was, but he's totally changed his business structure.
So I think I mentioned most of these previously. I just wanted to just have a list of next steps. So cost estimates coming, our IDM is permits going out next week. DD sets will be out tomorrow. And then I just want to schedule, these are some of the open issues. We want to schedule some separate meetings just to go over with, specific people and try and get some of these issues solved. So like the kitchen, you deal with the town IT department to go over security issues and AV and all that, just with the people who are going to be involved.
Okay.
So I can send out a list of these to Jeff and Linda, and we can
Yep,
kind of go from there.
and like I said, I think if you include Mark and
And all
Scott
those.
Gibbs, those
Scott.
guys will be good to disseminate who we need to be talking to.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think that's all from us
Okay.
for tonight.
Did you have any because we have a representative from the community garden, did you have any particular questions right now, or do you want to send those along as well?
So we have some, fencing and an area included in the DD set that'll go out tomorrow. So I think we can, if you have a chance to look at that, we can meet or talk or however you want to do it after that, and we can react to that and go from there.
Okay.
Sure, I haven't seen that, but
Yeah, it'll come out tomorrow. I'll send it to everybody, and hopefully we can.
Yeah, if you want to send it to me and I can disseminate
Yeah,
it.
to everybody
Me and
else.
Linda will disseminate it to the
Yeah.
committee. That'd be
That's the
great.
plan. Okay, and if there's nothing else, I think
Okay,
that's it from us.
great. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Everything
thank
looks
you all
great.
for a great meeting.
Yeah, we appreciate, presentation was very nice. You were receptive to our thoughts, which is always nice.
it's good to hear.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice to meet you too. All right. Next up on the agenda for discussion, consideration, and action. Before I get to that, Jeremy, you'll probably be interested to hear this. I did receive an email from Darlene McGaw, and at this time, the North Smithfield Food Pantry has decided not to move forward with us. So I have said for phase 2 and phase 3, the door is still wide open for collaboration. I'd love to make sure that we are working together and helping out in any way that we can. But at this point, I think the way the building footprint's going to fall is going to be as it's been presented to date. So I did just want to bring that up. Mhm. So then on to our next item, agenda item for discussion, consideration, and action. Recommendations to council, if any. We still have our outstanding recommendations from our last meeting that we'll present at Monday night's council meeting. But if anybody had anything else that came up?
If you could, just, have you met since our last meeting, or that's what Monday is?
That's what Monday is.
Okay. I just think at this point, we're almost at the finish line.
Yep.
For all intent and purpose, maybe 1 or 2 more meetings. And now, I think we need to reinforce and prioritize the next avenue, which has to be fundraising.
Yep.
And we have to get the council to give us a sense that they are committed. That's just my reflections and opinion. And frankly, it may sound controversial, but I don't know why it should be, because I've been speaking of this since we were meeting as the other committee for years. And that is, we know we're talking about the elusive 2 million. And we know some are saying already to take the machete. We haven't even picked anything, and we should have the machete ready to stop lopping off limbs of the building. And I look and I say, would it be wise for this committee, if it chose, to say to the council categorically, will you even consider a bond to make up the difference so that we can go with the 6 million, or the 6 million, giving us the opportunity that we can chisel away. If they agree, you don't have to draw on the bond if you got the authorization. And if we chisel away and pick up another 150 to 250 to 350,000 in corporate donations, and or if we're so fortunate as to have a grant writer assist us, I just think that we need to, at this point, be assertive and say to the council, we don't want to be chasing our tail here. All due respect to the council. Tell us where you are. Are we going to find a way to build the 6 million? Or are we just going to cow back and say, that's the easiest thing. The easiest thing to say is, we got the 4, stop talking, reduce the size of the building, and be happy. But this is a signature building that has never been built. I don't know that there's another building that has been built for a specific purpose other than a specific need, which you can't count this because this is a need. This is a purpose, it's a service. So I look and I say, I'd rather, as a committee member, non-voting, know that the council is either all in with the 6 million, so we're not playing tiddlywinks here and wasting our time, or they're not. If they're not, then we have to deal with that reality. But let's not, we know that there is still opposition. We can feel it, we can see it, we can hear it. But I think it has to be, the playing field has to be leveled. Are we doing this? Are we in all, or we're not in all? And then that reality, whether it's a good reality or a bad reality, then at least we know moving forward where we are. That's just my suggestion to the voting members, if you see fit.
No, I understand, and I completely agree. However, we can't chop away anything until we have something to chop away at. So that's why I'm looking to BH+A to finish their cost estimate based on all of the information that's been approved to date. Then we'll have a very more accurate cost estimate. We'll get an idea of cost per square foot, and then that way we can say, okay, we now know definitively this is the estimate that we're moving forward with. Because one of the things that we need to look at is also, Linda has been working on furniture packages, so that's likely going to get pulled out of this project cost. There's other things like donations, which we need direction on how we're going to be addressing that. So there's a lot more to the picture that I think we need to get before we say, okay, this is our final cost. We doing it or we not? And then that way, if we'll have something definitive that we can start whittling away at, if you will.
I just wanted to plant the seed,
Right.
so when the time comes.
Yep.
Now, the other thing that's more viable and can be done right now is, can we try to get a little closer on flushing out the 1 million and how much of it in real dollars can be assigned to the basketball type work and withdrawn from this budget, because that's money. And I know that the planner Mark was indicating that it's ambiguous wording and there's a likelihood that it could be used for the basketball, pickle, whatever we call it. We would rather know that number.
Right.
And even if we park it over there and say this is an expected credit to the budget, it's real dollars, and I think it's enough dollars that it's certainly worth
Yeah. No,
that exercise.
I completely agree.
Who do we have to go back to Mark, or do we go to the grant writer, or?
Mark is supposed to be
Yeah,
working on that.
I would, we'd go back to the administration for clarity. All right. Anything else? Okay,
I'm going to Monday meeting anyways.
yep, I'll see you there.
You go together,
Yeah,
because they want me to go, because anyway. I'm
we'll
going.
tackle it together.
Talk before.
We'll tackle it
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
All right. Then final item on the agenda, adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
You have a motion to adjourn. Do we have a second?
Second.
You got a second? All in favor? Aye. All right.